Would you like to read a tale? A tale about a boy and his sister who would grow up to explore 20,000 leagues under the sea and more? You're in luck. Join Nemo the lad and his sister Anna as they journey through a world imagined by legendary author Jules Verne and brought to the comic page by writer J.S. Earls and a wonderful crew of artists. Support Nemo the Lad on Kickstarter today and enjoy exclusive rewards like naming an island that appears in the book, multiple variant covers, and more. Simply go to Kickstarter.com before September 19th, 2021 and search for Nemo the Lad.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Playing Games with Strangers,
a family-friendly podcast.
I am your, I'll be your DM tonight. My name's John Haryu, I think.
Haryu, John Haryu?
Am I
though?
Ron Burgundy?
Anyway, with me, going around the circle on my screen, we have Squid Vicious herself, Catherine Zerwinski. I can say
What's
it right.
Up? Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
You know, somebody has to. Steve doesn't on the back end, so.
It's true.
We have David Humanman, also known as Dave Clements.
That's me.
I don't remember where the Humanman came from. Do you?
I think it might have been the time you called me the man, and I don't know.
There's also men in your name.
Underneath Dave, we have old man Orbog himself, the man, the myth, the legend, J.S. Earls, my creative storytelling mentor.
Don't blame your writing on me.
Wow.
Dang.
Never meet your heroes, people, because they will insult you and make your life's work feel menial. To the left of J.S. Earls, we have Celeste Mora. And last, but certainly not least, is the guy who lives closest to me out of everybody in this group. It's Eric Campagno.
Thank you.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll some theme music.
4, 3, 2, 1. Playing games with strangers. You know there's no danger. So come on in. We're all friends. Playing games with strangers. I'm playing games with strangers. Play. I'm playing games with strangers.
All right, Wilder, you have run away from the morgue just as fast as your little legs can carry you. Where are you going? What are you doing? How far have you gone?
I'm going to. I tried to get at least, 2 blocks away as fast as possible, so that it didn't seem like I was associated with any of the alarms going on. Nowhere in particular, just running down the street away from.
Yeah,
anything.
that's not suspicious.
So you get a little bit of ways, you feel a little bit more comfortable, and you start slowing down your gait. And from behind you hear a familiar sounding voice going, "Dunward Dale." Yeah, I don't suppose you'd have anything to do with that alarm going off there, would you, boy?
Not directly, no.
Are you going to turn around to see who's talking to you?
Yeah, very slowly, very dramatically, because I'm pretty sure I already know who's talking to me.
You turn around and you see Constable Perf dabbing at his forehead with a yellow rag. Ah, my boy. Where have you been? You shooed me out of that establishment earlier with all your pals in there, using Durnan as your whipping boy. It's just you and me right now, Dunward.
True. Well, I've been around helping liberate Waterdeep. Maybe you haven't been around, so you're not aware of that. So I don't really have time to catch up with you. I'm actually heading this way. So I'm a little busy right now.
There are people who want to catch up with you, Mr. Dale.
And you would know this for what reason?
And as you say that, a hand drops on your right shoulder. And there's a voice you haven't heard for several years now. It says, "My boy, why have you been running from me?"
I turn my head to look at the person who owns the hand that is on my shoulder.
And you turn around to see the reanimated body of Fenric Coldwater.
How are you here?
How I'm here is not important. I need to give something back to you. Something that you gave to me several years ago. And he pulls out a familiar looking but crudely made dagger. And he grabs you by the hand and opens your fingers up and sticks it in there. He closes your fingers around it. He said, "You might remember this from when you stuck it in me. I figured you might want it back."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, now that's awfully convenient.
Convenient for you or me?
For you. It must be nice to be able to say, "I don't remember killing the one person who seemed to matter to you."
You know what? You're not real. You're not who you say you are.
He leans down into your ear and he whispers into your ear. He says, "I'm as real as I need to be right now." And he backs up and he goes, "But we can have this conversation later. You have a job you need to do. Go back to your friends." And he backs off.
I turn around to see if Constable Perf is behind me still.
He's not.
I turn back around to look at Fenric.
He's not there. In fact, roll a perception check.
17.
You don't see any evidence that anybody was there.
Dagger is still in my hand, I assume.
Yes. But as you look down at the dagger in your hand, you realize it's your own obsidian dagger.
Okay. All right. He wasn't here. It was... I've been drinking it. It was Dwarven ale. It had to have been Stumblefoot's ale. I had quite a bit. Not used to drinking like that with people who can drink like that. All right. Take a breath. All right. Let's gather myself, walk back. Oh, I really hope things have been resolved and... All right. And I'm going to head back to the morgue.
So you, as you head back to the morgue, you see the rest of your crew hanging out outside. They're kind of looking around, seeing if they can spot you. And for the rest of you, you see Wilder coming out the street.
Hey.
I was going to say, who would I see standing outside?
You see Callum outside, all ghost wings and dark eyes.
Probably not. That only lasts a minute.
We did end right at about that time frame.
Quite festive, my friend.
You say at that moment, the wings and eyes thing goes away.
Yeah, it didn't work out as expected. I don't think.
So,
Did you have a good walk?
define good.
Did you die?
Well, I was gonna say I'm here, but you're here, so never mind. How's Pooh doing?
Aha. Yeah. I don't know. They're inside.
Okay. So I'm going to walk past Callum and inside the morgue.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's things happening inside here too. As you walk in, you see a black dragonborn who's obviously trying to spit some game at Orbog. And you can hear Stumblefoot kind of explaining to Pooh that he's not certain why that particular magic doesn't work the way he wanted it to.
Is everything okay?
Well, no. It's not. Apparently, we cannot just take the soul stones up to any old random corpse and try to get them to work. I suspect we might need a living body without a soul.
As you say that, you hear a voice behind you go, well, actually, that's sort of true. You need the actual body that goes into. Who do you got in the rock?
Well, this particular one's Aelin, and if that's the case, then why was Mary Dussain able to deposit herself into Pooh's body?
Oh, that's by way of consent.
Right. Okay. Well, there's our answer. So we need to find Aelin's body in order to make the soul stone work.
I love how the keeper arrives and nobody's just like...
Well, Wilder sure as heck isn't. He's getting used to it at this point.
Stumblefoot goes, wait, what? You!
Me!
You look different this time.
Well, changed my clothes.
Right. And a wee bit more. So there was a wee scuffle, and Aelin's soul stone has a crack in it. Is that a bad thing?
Wait, you mean Aelin's in there?
Aye, Aelin's in here. Well, so I've been told.
Well, then who's making cakes down in Daggerford?
What? Not for knowing. These folks here told me that she went off to hide from Zeus.
She did.
Let me take a look at that soul stone.
Well, Pooh's got it. Pooh?
And he takes the soul stone, looks at it. Oh. How'd this crack get there?
It may have been accidentally knocked from Pooh's hand when I was trying to stop him from messing about with bodies that didn't belong to him or Aelin.
I was not involved. I wasn't even here.
Well, Pooh, did you not learn anything from your Master Duh about thinking before you do things? That was the whole reason why you set up with him. I'm going to have to, and he kind of makes a gesture in front of Pooh's face and goes, you just sit there and think about what you've done. And when Aelin says you're forgiven, that will undo itself. And Pooh makes a gesture like he can't open his mouth at all.
But I can still hear his voice.
Oh.
He goes, do you have any idea what this has done?
No, that's actually why I was asking.
I'll just put it to you this way. There is an intrinsic connection between a person's body and their soul.
So are you telling me that we damaged Aelin's soul?
Well, think of it like this. What does a person's body and this crystal have in common?
They are a vessel for a soul.
Exactly. And so there is an intrinsic connection between this container and the other container. Do you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying that maybe they broke Aelin's leg when they dropped the crystal. It's
They
all
might have
connected.
done. I don't even know. I haven't been down to Daggerford for a long minute now.
So if we get this crystal to Daggerford, where Aelin's alleged body is, and we restore the soul back to the body, will that fix things?
Who's for saying? This is
Not me.
This is what you call theoretical magic. It's not.
That's what I call my magic too.
This is stuff that only the divine really play with. I don't deal in the way of souls.
Oh, can we mend this crystal? I feel terrible.
You should. Can we just get another crystal and put her in there?
Well, I mean, I think you should just find Aelin.
Right. Well, I guess we need to be getting down to Daggerford as quickly as possible then, hey?
This is the best plan so far in years.
I think we could probably go to the Unnamed Portal and get to Daggerford right quickly.
I mean, I'm game.
I'm game. I'm game too. I can have an accent.
Did you start
too.
drinking?
He goes, when y'all get down there, just give me a shout. We'll see what we can do about this. He steps outside the door and he reaches out and he kind of scruffles Callum's head. He goes,
Oh, it's you.
Oh,
still trying to adjust to this dad stuff. Now that you actually let me be around you from time to time.
Oh, I'm changing my mind.
How are you now?
If you keep doing that, I am.
Quick question. How are you here if he doesn't want you here?
I do distinctly remember that he did kind of contradict that recently.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that he also contradicts his own thing. But, who am I to say?
Okay, I'm out. Never mind. Stumblefoot, we should go. Callum, we're going to go rescue Aelin in Daggerford.
But I thought, did the crystal thing not work then?
It's a whole thing. We'll explain it to you on the way. Just come.
You all head out. I'll catch up. Mr. Keeper might have a word with you right quickly.
All right. I mean, okay, I guess. What's on your mind?
I'm leaving.
Me too.
We were all...
I'm staying as close as I can to over here.
We were all speaking recently, and we came to the conclusion that Callum may have a hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Might you be knowing anything about that and what we could do about it?
Callum's got a few things going on. And it's better that you not know as much as you can not know about it. Because if it figures out that you're onto it, that could mean bad things for everybody involved.
All right, I'll keep it on the down low then.
But we'll just put it as some people are going to have to make some hard decisions in the future.
My favorite kind. All right, well, thanks for your help. It's unnerving when you pop in, just for, general, just putting it out there.
Well, choo-choo and all.
Right, I don't know what that means. Okay.
I don't either. Orbog says that all the time.
I catch up with them. Yeah, I don't know what eating food has to do with anything. Anyway, thanks for your help. I appreciate the advice, and we'll be in touch.
All right. See you around.
You're saying that it broke in the process of all this, then?
I mean, that's what he says. And
Who has it now? Did he cave it?
Well, I'm pretty sure Stumblefoot still has it. So,
I mean, I could cast, like lesser restoration on it and see if it works. I don't know if it would, but
I mean, that's if you think it might work, I'll trust you. Magic is kind of like it's a thing that I do, but it's not a thing that I do often, so I'm not great at it.
I don't.
All right, Stumblefoot will try to catch up with the rest of the group.
I don't know if it would work. It hasn't particularly worked well any other time that I've casted it, so I don't know. Not particularly good at it. Magic, I mean. Or restoring things.
Stumblefoot, you move a lot faster than I expected you to move.
Oh, well, I've got my secrets.
Don't we all?
Right, so, I'm thinking we might need to get to Daggerford as quickly as possible.
Right.
Do you know a lot about magic?
I know a wee bit about magic. I mean,
that seems to be the consensus of this entire
I'm a
party.
cleric. I know about divine magic. I don't know as much about arcane magic.
There's a difference.
Aye, there's a difference. Divine magic comes from a source, particularly it's magic that clerics and priests are allowed to access, and it's handed to them typically by their deities. Whereas arcane magic is magic that it typically comes in most ways from like wizards study it,
Oh, then this is definitely the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think lesser restoration type of thing would help this crystal?
I don't think so. Typically, lesser restorations for, helping people when they've been blinded or things like that. We'd need some way to mend or fix the crystal. And we could try it, but I don't think it'd work.
If the crystal's Aelin's body in crystal form, wouldn't that kind of be the same thing, though?
Perhaps. Maybe cure wounds might be more appropriate.
Well, I can do that too. But, maybe we need to her body.
We can certainly try.
You said she was in Daggerford.
Aye, she's in Daggerford. I've got the crystal, so I'll just, while I'm holding it, cast Cure Wounds on the crystal, I guess, to see if that helps.
Has Orbog showed up yet?
Still schmoozing.
Yeah.
He comes. He's got a little bit of lipstick on his cheek.
Orbog, you seemed mighty cozy there with the receptionist at the morgue.
It's a curse.
Didn't know you were such a ladies' man.
Oh, you should have seen him back in the day.
I've heard whispered that me and Orbog and Pooh sometimes are called sexy boys.
I've never heard that.
I think he's the one whispering it.
Maybe that's why I haven't heard it.
I'll have to take your word for it.
I wouldn't.
You're just mad because you're not included.
Oh,
That's
me
kind
or
of par for the
Callum?
course. So
Either one.
But
I'm not upset about it at all.
Stumblefoot, I really hope that you don't take this as racist or something, but
I love when sentences start
You're a
that way.
you're a dwarf, right?
I am. And certainly nothing ever sounds racist when someone says, I'm not racist, but...
It's like when I say, I'm not alcoholic, but I'd like another pint.
Well, don't you people?
Oh no, I don't know. So,
Don't you know about rocks and crystals and stuff?
Well...
Would you not know how to maybe fix it? Or know someone?
I don't think rocks are usually fixed. Much as they're kind of whittled down into something smaller than they were before. And
Let me put this in.
already
Let me
tiny,
put your question
so
in context for you.
Listen, Listen, I'm talking to the dwarf right now.
Let me put this question in
I see two
context for
short
you,
people in
Orbog.
front of me, so it's hard to distinguish which one's which.
Well, I'm the handsome one with the beard, but
Yes.
that's not important right now. So, let me put your question in context for you. That's like me asking you, oh, I met this half-orc named Earl. Do you know him?
I don't see the problem.
Well, my question assumes that just because you're a half-orc, that you happen to know all the other half-orcs in the world. It's an absurd thing to ask.
I do. I know all of them.
Right, so...
We're going to darn
is either a liar or a lunatic.
You want to roll to see if I'm lying?
Insight check.
It's a 15.
Ooh, I rolled well.
I believe Orbog with my whole heart.
Insight check is...
I believe that Orbog believes Orbog with his
I
whole
rolled
heart.
a 23.
Nice.
Orbog, depending on if you are lying or not, roll a deception, or if you are not lying, roll a persuasion.
Still deciding if I'm lying or not.
I don't know, because I was just making this up as I went.
Flip a coin, see if you're lying or not.
Yeah, don't roll a d20, just flip a coin.
Let's see. That would be a 11.
Are you lying?
Now, and before
I
it,
love when
listen,
sentences start that way
that was
too.
one of my new. That was one of my new Sage's
Throw it
portal
away.
dice. So that's like, maybe that gives me advantage.
Were you
Maybe I
lying?
should roll it. Oh, sure. I was embellishing.
all the
Stumblefoot
half-orcs
rolls
he
his
knows.
eyes and says, right, okay. Well, no. You see, I wasn't taught these kinds of things in my comeuppance, mostly because I grew up in an orphanage, and when you spend all your days in an orphanage, a lot of times your education is, let's just say, less than average.
But sometimes
Stumblefoot shakes his
I've heard
head
that
and just
in
walks
orphanages,
away in the direction of the
because you people
Not
are so
to listen to
poor.
Orbog anymore.
that-
Just walks away.
that all you have to play with are rocks and stuff. You
Hey,
play with
hold on.
rocks and
I'm going to need you to do me a favor. When we get back to the yawning portal, take a good glug out of somebody's pint. I think I liked you better when you were drinking.
I'm gonna go follow Stumblefoot.
Just friend to friend. I don't condone drinking, though I do drink a lot.
Wilder, can you please make a Constitution save?
That's a 4.
Oh, awesome. I was so hoping you'd do that.
Woof.
Okay, so Wilder. Every time as you're walking to the yawning portal, every time you cross a back alley, out the corner of your eye, you see Fenwick just kind of leaning up against the back building in the back alley, just kind of flipping a coin, leaning against the building, just watching you as you go by.
Hey, Obo,
oh, now you want to talk to me?
just shut up. You look down that alley. You see that?
Oh, yeah, I see an alley.
You see a guy in the alley. Like
You do
look, but
not
don't
see a
look.
guy in the alley.
I do not see a guy in the alley.
Okay. Just. All right. Never mind.
Are you hallucinating?
No. Just thought I saw something. Never mind. Stumblefoot. I wish your name was so much shorter.
Me too.
Look in that alley. You see anybody standing there?
I'm also going to look at the alley.
There is nobody in that alley.
Well, there's no one down the alley.
Okay.
That's what I told him.
Are you okay?
I think he's losing it.
How does Wilder look? Does he look pale at all?
He
handsome.
He looks a little pale, kind of sweaty, and he has a slight tremor to his hands.
So typical white person. You could just say typical white person.
Oh, you never answered my question. When I cast Cure Wounds on the crystal, did that fix it?
No.
Darn. Okay. I will mark off that spell slot.
I'm going to take a few steps towards the alley. Be like,
I am going to cast Lesser Restoration on Wilder.
I can do that for free.
What does that do?
It removes a disease or one condition. The conditions can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Dave, or Wilder, you no longer see the man in the alley.
Okay.
You don't notice anything physiologically different about him when you cast that. So he's still a little sweaty, a little pale, and his hands have a slight tremor to him.
I had a confrontation after I headed out. After the alarms went off at the morgue, I had a confrontation, and I think I'm just a little worked up. Don't worry about it.
Right. Well, just so you're aware, I did. I do have to say something. I think Lesser Restoration is verbal and somatic, so I had to say something as well as touch you and make a gesture. So I said, well, I did just give you a little Lesser Restoration. Are you feeling better?
Kind of the same, maybe. I don't feel worse.
Okay, well, just don't know. I can. Let's hurry. I think we're on a time crunch here.
Right. Sorry, didn't mean to stop.
I'm going to have, step to the alley there.
Make an investigation check, please. It doesn't seem like anybody's been in this alley for quite a while. So you guys march on to the yawning portal. And you walk in, and Durnan's like, "Oh, there you guys are. I was beginning to think that you were never coming back. Oh, hey, Stumblefoot, what do we owe the honor for?"
Oh, hey, Darren. I wish I was being able to come and visit for old time's sake, but sounds like we need to get to Daggerford. Might we be able to use your portal?
I could never say no to you, the liberator of our city, and, you're the mayor, so I literally could never say no to you, so...
Oh, you could say no to me, I'd understand.
Right this way. And he takes you through there. He's like, "You're going to Daggerford, huh?"
I going to Daggerford. As I walk behind the bar, I'm going to try and slip a gold piece onto the bar without him noticing.
As you're walking through, Durnan looks at you, Wilder, and he says, "You're looking a little rough. You need something to take the edge off."
No, I think I'm all right for now.
Are you sure?
He's not an alcoholic.
No. I'm all right for now.
Okay.
I know where to find you.
All right. He takes you back to the back room, and he adjusts the circle of teleportation. And he's like, "All right, when I finish this up here, you guys have a 6 count to run through. So, you guys ready? You got everything you need to get to for when you get there?"
We need
I
something.
think so.
Got the crystal.
I've got my gear.
All right. Sure, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. And he makes the final marking, and the circle starts to glow.
Running through.
Stumblefoot rushes in.
I'm assuming everybody's rushing in, yeah.
Yes.
I think Warbog was going to go back and see how Pooh was doing.
Who's with you?
He's mute.
Going.
I thought Pooh was sitting there.
I thought she had to forgive him.
Aelin
Pooh was
does.
sitting there and thinking about what he had done.
He basically, just to give you a point of reference, if you guys look at Pooh's mouth, his lips are literally sealed shut.
It's like Matrix.
Can we use that to fix the crystal?
Our advantage.
That's what we're doing. We're not letting Pooh tell us anywhere else to go. So.
All right, so you guys run through the portal, and there's your familiar friend on the other side, Caleb.
Not my familiar friend.
Oh no! You guys are back again. Hey.
It's been a while. A couple of years, I think.
Maybe. I got in trouble because one day I guess I must have forgotten to close the door, and somebody came in and ripped the bookshelf open or something. I guess there's a room back there that was supposed to stay locked.
Oh. What's that so?
I hate it when people do that.
Right? So anyway, welcome to Daggerford.
Oh, thank you very much. And just so I'm not loitering, I'd like a Walkman down, please.
A what now?
A Walkman down. That's when you give me a drink that I can take with me when I'm walking down to my next destination. So walk me down.
I'll take one of those. If that's... Yeah.
I mean, I don't got anything like that, but I've got some crunchy potions. Super dank potions.
Well, I don't know if I want crunchy potions. That sounds kind of awful.
Sounds rough going down.
I motion to Orbog. This guy.
I'm thinking about it too.
Why don't you take one, Orbog? You try it out, and if it's good, maybe it'll take the edge off me.
What's the worst that could happen? Let's do it.
Right.
All right.
I trust Caleb with your life. Absolutely.
Me too.
And he hands you both vials of potion that look like they don't have a set color. They look like the sheen of an oil leak on a puddle.
Delicioso.
Are you guys taking them now or just hanging on to them?
I'm gonna hang on to mine.
Well, I'm gonna take mine now.
All right. Roll a Constitution save, please.
This is what happens when we don't have popcorn every time we travel.
Do you normally travel like this often?
Travel more than you think, actually. Usually in circles.
As you
There's nothing gonna happen.
as you drink this potion, you begin to look around the room, and you can see, when you look directly at the bookcase, you can see very faintly shadows creeping out from behind it.
Shadows.
Excuse me, what?
That's a creepy shadow.
Where do you think these shadows are?
I think they're book shadows.
I will look at the bookcase.
Excuse me there. What exactly did he just drink?
It's a modified version of the spell. I'm slipping into the keeper here. I'm trying. All right. It's a modified. It's a modified version of the True Sight potion. with a couple enhancements.
Would like to examine the bookshelf, please.
How are you examining the bookshelf?
I just want to see if it tastes funny.
Is one of the modifications
Not
that
tasting
turns
the books.
JS into the
You're gonna
My balls.
I'm not licking the books. I'm just gonna go see if I can see shadows, you know. See if there's
I'll lick the books.
I can tell you, no, you do not see the shadows. Oh wait, I forget you. Yes. Yes, you do see shadows.
How do they make me feel?
Cold.
Moist, cold, and dead.
Cold for you.
I don't like that. Who did you say was it that was breaking your bookshelves and what not?
What?
Think it was
Wait, you know who broke the bookshelf?
No, that's what I was asking. Who broke the bookshelf?
We don't know. It happened after I had closed up shop one night.
Recently.
Not to change the subject, but we did
It
come
was
to
a
take it
miracle.
for a reason. It was no
Or
strange
not
shadows
recently.
behind the bookshelf. Are there perhaps any bakeries here in town?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They got the Muffin Man and
I know the muffin
Pappy's
man.
Pastries and Mary Strawberries.
Did any of them recently acquire new staff?
I'm gluten intolerant, so I wouldn't know.
And none of them accommodate your needs.
I
What a
don't know what
shame.
that means. Right. So you don't know if any of them happen to be run by any halflings at all.
Oh no. There's like Mary Strawberry. Her bakery is like run by her and her husband Alton Brownfoot.
Sounds like we need to go to Mary's Strawberries then. Maybe that's a
Don't
good place to
say.
start looking.
I'll just stay here and play with the shadows.
Before we go, you said, how recently was it that they broke in?
I'd prefer not to find out what they do in the shadows.
I don't know that anybody broke into Mary Strawberries.
No, here with the books and whatnot.
It was a couple years ago. I got docked in pay, and I guess this bookshelf is full of a bunch of holy tomes or something, and they were supposed to be keeping something in there
In the books or behind the shelf?
behind the shelf.
Yeah. Stumplefoot, if you just stood right where I'm standing, if you just stood here.
I will come to where Aelin is standing.
I'm not Aelin, but
I'm sorry. I will go to where Callum is standing. I've got Aelin on the brain. I will go. Stumblefoot will go stand next to Callum. And I will cast the spell Detect Evil and Good, but I will cast the spell Detect Evil since it's a dual purpose spell. So I will detect evil.
Yeah, as you detect evil, you're catching wisps of very strong evil leaking out from behind the bookshelf.
Okay. It says in the spell I'll know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. So what
It's
am I
one of
picking
those.
up? Fiend,
There's two of those,
aberration,
technically.
undead.
What you feel leaking from behind the bookshelf, because obviously you're picking up undead off of Callum.
and celestial.
Oh, yeah,
You're
well.
picking up both.
Well, here's the deal with detect evil. Unless Callum is evil, I won't necessarily pick up evil undead.
That's fair. Yet to be determined.
Unless there's some other evil that I don't know about coming.
You're
from
picking
Callum.
up undead and fiend.
Okay.
For me?
Squid did not like that answer.
Orbog is trying to make a shadow puppet of the keeper.
The fiend is coming from behind the bookshelf, though, right?
Am I pinging any evil off of Callum?
Callum, what's your alignment?
My alignment? Sad. My alignment is sad, boy.
That's not alignment.
Hold on, that's a good question. What have I written down? I'm pretty sure neutral. Potentially lawful neutral. Neither good nor evil.
No, you don't pick up evil off of Callum.
Okay. All right, but fiend is coming off of the bookshelves.
Undead and fiend.
Undead and fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. So I'm just going to Caleb and say, so you've got an undead and fiend problem here. You may want to get that checked out by someone, possibly clergy, coming from the bookcase general direction.
Yeah, they said that there was a thing in there, and that's the reason why the bookcase was supposed to remain closed.
Right. Okay. Good to know. Is this our problem?
I don't want it to be.
Then let's go.
Okay.
We have a bigger problem we need to figure out.
Right, that's what I've been saying. Okay.
I never liked books. Never liked books anyway, so
My shadows.
further in.
Orbog, why don't you hold on to me? Let's head out. This
Yeah,
way.
Orbog needs a buddy. We're putting buddy system in place.
Can I piggyback?
No.
Well, that's a bad idea. I was going to say he could piggyback on Pooh's back if he likes, but we never know where Pooh's going to wander off to, and Pooh cannot talk right now, so that's a wee problem.
He's not great with rope either.
Wilder, can I have some of yours?
How about this? You come with me. We'll talk about it on the way. Maybe later.
I don't want to wait. I want now.
Don't argue. Come on, big
Caleb,
boy.
can you give us directions to Mary Strawberries, please?
He kind of takes a napkin, makes a napkin map for you. It's like, oh, there you go.
You're most kind, sir. Thank you very much for your help.
All in a day's work, my man.
All right. Stumblefoot heads out to the street with the napkin map, headed towards Mary's Strawberries.
So you guys make your way to Mary Strawberries, and there is a line of people going out this door. Like, this is a big deal. Like, this is Voodoo Donut in Portland, or,
Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, hey, Callum.
Yeah.
You've said this once. I don't know if I believe it, so I would like you to prove it. How about you and I sneak through the back of the shop, sneak through a window, get Aelin, and get out?
Are you calling into question whether or not I can open a window?
Yes, I would love to see you open a window.
I'm very good at it.
Here's a quick question.
Yeah.
If we've got Aelin's soul here, and Aelin's body is in there, who's piloting Aelin's body, and will it know who you are?
It's a very good question. But I can tell you it's not Mary Dusang.
Well, that's a good thing.
I mean, either way, we could pull her out of there, right? I mean, me, you. We could do this.
I've got,
But how much of a ruckus is that going to cause if she decides to, I don't know, scream?
Pooh is good at distractions. He can cause a distraction. We can sneak in, sneak out. Good. Done.
So we're going to send mute Pooh in to make a distraction?
What if we don't do that?
What if he made a commotion over there at that shop?
What if I just got Wilder in, and Wilder just smooth-talked everyone inside?
What if we just wait in line and go inside and ask to talk to Aelin?
That's reasonable.
I'm sorry, you didn't want to look at the bookshelf because we had a lot of time we needed to just get right through, but you want to stand in a 4-hour line?
We didn't know it's going to be 4 hours. And we don't have to wait in line. We could just go inside and ask to talk to Aelin. These people are here to buy something, we're not.
And we can kill the people in line and make it shorter.
Well,
No.
Well, that maybe is the last resort.
Just because Pool kind of give bad ideas doesn't mean we need someone to fill in for him.
I'm just hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry.
I mean, Olbog can make a distraction.
And why don't I just try to walk in and see what happens?
Kind of.
I'm just going to go
Why
walk
do
towards
we
the door.
need a distraction?
I don't know.
I was
I'm
walking
being very
physically.
impatient right now.
Stumblefoot's just going to go inside. He's going to bypass the line and just go inside.
That's a way to do it.
All right. You kind of push your way inside. A lot of people are glaring at you and be like, hey!
I'm not here to buy anything.
Hey. This is the mayor of Waterdeep.
Doesn't carry any
You
water here.
need to show him respect. And let us know where you're hiding Aelin. Aelin.
I'm going to approach the counter and try to get someone's attention. And I'm looking for Aelin. Do I see her?
You do not. You do see a very sarcastic looking blonde haired halfling behind the counter.
Hello, excuse me, sir. I'm friends with Aelin Sugarbaker. I'm wondering if she might be here.
No, I have no idea who Aelin Sugarbaker is. No idea.
Insight check.
I cast a zone of truth. Centered on the counter.
What'd you roll?
14.
Yeah, he's not being very honest with you.
No, sir. We're gentlemen. And I am genuinely a friend of Aelin's. And I have something that belongs to her that's very valuable, and I'd like to return it.
Well, I mean, I'd love to help you if I knew who Aelin was, but
Sir, I'm a man of the cloth, and I'm able to tell when people aren't being exactly straightforward with me. And I know we just met, but I don't believe that you're being 100% honest with me now.
and I am a man of the business, and I feel like you are giving me the business right now, and I'm going to have to
am
ask you to
the
leave.
half man
Very
of
well.
the axe, and I'm gonna
If
axe you in the.
Orbog, no.
I'm
Bad
gonna-
Orbog,
I'm
no.
gonna walk up
I'm going to turn
and-
around and say, if you happen to see or come across Aelin, could you please let her know that Stumblefoot and her other friends from Waterdeep are looking for her? We're very worried about her. And as I said before, we have something very valuable that belongs to her that needs to be returned. Thank you. Have a nice day. And I'll turn around and leave.
As he's talking, I'm just going to walk up and put a gem on the counter and be like, I'll give you this if you let me talk to her for 5 minutes so that I can tell her what I never got the chance to tell her before she left town.
Well, that's a nice offer and all, but I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's not true.
As he
so
scooches the gem back
I'll
towards
put
you.
another one on the counter. 5 minutes.
That's a nice collection you got
Yeah.
there, but again, I have no idea who this Arlene.
No, well, she might be
Aelin-
going by a different name. Short, halfling, good with instruments, even better at baking.
Half-
Most beautiful eyes you've ever seen in your life.
So what kind of racist inquisition is this? What you think all us halflings know each other?
No, I just had someone tell me she was here.
What? Because I'm a halfling. This
I don't.
halfling run
Sir,
business.
you're-
Obviously,
no,
all the
you're getting
halflings
awful
must
focused.
live in the
Soldier.
same place.
Welder,
Focus on the
barricade
halfling
the
thing.
doors. This is a stick.
I didn't.
We're gonna kill one hostage every 5 minutes until you show us Aelin.
I'm outside. I didn't walk inside.
Did you actually say that out loud, Orbog? The
Stumblefoot
halfling's
is
eyes
already
get
out the door, by the way. Already out
the
the door.
I'm
halfling's
just slowly collecting my
halfling's
gems.
eyes get
Just
wide,
Rip his
go
arms
through
off.
it.
and he Pooh has a look on his face like he recognizes the situation,
Oh, does he?
and he's And he just starts to kind of scuttle towards the door at this point.
Stumblefoot's going to look at Wilder and say, Plan A didn't go according to, it didn't work. So I think maybe it's time for subterfuge and sneakery now. I gladly turn the reins over to you, kind sir.
Is there
However, Callum and Orbog are still inside, and I don't know what they're doing, but I have a feeling it's not going to work either.
I'm not connected to this half orc. Nothing. I didn't walk in with him. Tell him who? I don't know.
Is there an opening to the back?
Are you outside looking for it now?
No.
think she
Inside.
means
Is there
over
like
the
an
counter
opening
or
to the
whatever.
back? Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about is there a back
Yeah.
room? There's obvious. They don't. You don't see the oven where you're at.
But I
Right
can
now?
see into the back kitchen, kind of.
No, there's a door. But where you're standing, it's kind of like a glass bakery counter.
It's not an open door to the back.
No.
So I can't roll over the counter?
You could sure try. Yeah, well, since my spell didn't apparently go and I don't want to talk to you anymore, sir, young love will die today. Goodbye.
So, Stumblefoot, Aelin's in there, not coming out.
Can I try to roll over the counter?
Stumblefoot, you're
Get back
muted.
there.
If you want to, I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do.
I mean, I weigh less than 10 pounds now. I should be able to...
I don't think that means what you think it means.
So what, athletics? Acrobatics?
Yeah, well, one, this is gonna be acrobatics at disadvantage.
Oh. Okay.
Because you're short, and two, you are currently under the influence.
So we take the second one, right?
No. All right, so here's how this happens.
That's a natural one, friends.
I saw that.
That wasn't
Here's
for
how
you,
this
that was
happens.
for the listening audience.
Hey, natural ones don't count for skill checks, only attack rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to count right here because that Orbog, in all his 5'3"ness, or however tall he is,
5 foot.
he goes, "I'm gonna roll the counter," and he runs towards the counter, and he, with his arms up, and he jumps up and he smacks into the side of the counter, and just kind of does the wipe down the front of it, and the halfling behind the counter looks at you, goes, "I think your friends left, sir. You might want to go with them."
Not without Aelin. She's the love of my life. And his too.
Callum's gone. He's outside with Wilder and Stumbler.
All the people that was with me.
I'd like everybody outside to make a perception check. Oh yeah, all three of you hear Orbog going off and telling everything he's shouting right there.
So while he's doing that, do we want to go around the back then?
So, Aelin is in here, right?
Maybe. We don't know.
I believe that the man behind the counter wasn't telling the truth. He knows where she is. But he wouldn't have copped to it. I think it's protecting her.
I tried to cast a spell, but it didn't work, so I was no help.
Did you?
Sure
Yeah,
did.
she-
Zone of truth.
What
Yeah.
she said?
That's Zone of
for-
Truth.
Yeah.
Tried. Zone of
Oh, I
truth.
thought you were making a joke.
I do not joke about Zone of Truth.
My
sir.
bad.
What?
If you would like
Cast
to,
zone of truth.
if you would like to go back in there,
I
if you'd like to go back in there,
not go back in there.
okay.
I'm gonna go around.
I apologize, Squid. I didn't take you serious.
Increasingly hostile in there.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna go around, see if there's a door, and
So, you if you took off a spell slot
I
for
didn't.
that, then okay, good.
no one made a save. It was just me.
Okay, and as consolation, I'll give you inspiration
Oh, highty-dighty.
for your
Here
next
we
roll.
go.
Tell you what, I'm gonna post up as lookout out front here.
Great. Wilder,
All right.
would you like to accompany me?
Yeah, did you see anything when you were inside? Good way to get in?
Well, no, but there was a door. So I assume they have a back door, probably for deliveries or whatnot. So let
would
us
make
deliver
sense.
ourselves inside.
Absolutely. After you.
I will head towards the back.
And Pooh looks at the three of you, and he kind of holds his hands up as a shrug, like, "What am I supposed to be doing?"
Keep watch on the little finger
Stay
eyes.
here, and when Orbog comes out, maybe
Pick him up.
keep an eye on him. Maybe pick him up.
Pick him up.
Aye.
Hold him off the
grab
ground.
And then he looks at you like he got an idea, and he points at himself, and then he points inside, and he goes, and he gestures like, "Should I go in to go get Orbog?"
That seems like it'll go
I think
well.
we'll let him see himself out on this one.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
He may be providing a good distraction for Callum and Wilder.
And then he goes, "No, he doesn't, because his mouth can't open." But he just kind of gives you the not subtle at all wink and a thumbs up.
That's a good boy.
Around to the back.
All right, so you have Pass Without Trace going. Are you guys? So I'm assuming you guys are stealthing around to the back of the building.
Aye.
Go ahead and roll some stealth checks and add 10.
Oh boy.
Plus 10, that would be 23.
19.
All right, so you guys make your way around to the back of the building,
Any
and
like windows?
yep, there is a back door there.
Any windows? Is it like, as someone who has worked in a kitchen before, is it propped open? Because if it's not, they're dead.
It is not propped open, but there is a
They're all dead.
there is a window.
Wilder. They're all dead.
There is a window in the back that is cracked.
It's 110 degrees in that kitchen. I'll look through the
True
window.
story.
You'll what?
Look through the window.
Okay, you look through the window and you see two halflings back there. One is sitting in a chair, looking quite distraught. And that, sure enough, is Aelin.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast, featuring the voices of John Haryu, Celeste Mora, Dave Clements, Josiah Crandall, J.S. Earls, Catherine Cherwinski, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
Okay, how do we say this again? Componio. Got it. Compagno? Okay, it's Eric Campagno. Eric Campagno. Domo arigato, Mr. Campagno. Domo. Right, yes. Eric Campagno is Stumblefoot. He's permanently here. Got it. Okay, so we should add this to the end credits. Eric Campagno. Eric Campagno. Campagno? Like, my little Campagno. Right? Eric Campagno. Eric Campagno. Got it. Okay. Eric Campagno. Stumblefoot. We should have Steve re-record the outro again.